Hi, I'm Chris.
I'm Matt.
I'm Jane, and we are
Bon Appetit!
I think we went with the name Petit Circus because even though our show plays really big, it's got always has a very small cast. I think the most people we've ever had in a show was 6, but usually we have 4 or 3. So a very small circus that plays real big.
We've had some changing themes over the years, like kind of a kids cabaret type of thing, and then a couple of years back there was a bit of an idea to spin a thing, and it turned out to be, what if it was a pizza? And that was a really good idea. And then we went into, we love cooking, we love food, and it was just a good idea to turn Petit Circus into
Bon Appetit, which is our cooking show.
Genius pun.
We all sort of have a love for cooking, and we thought it would be really fun to combine that with our love for circus and do a show all about cooking.
It was funny, it was really sparked from this just one idea of they wanted to spin a piece of fabric, and then it was like, well, what could it be? And then it was a pizza, and then that's where the whole idea came from.
Using cooking tools and appliances and that kind of thing in a juggling act is actually a pretty old idea, a really traditional act which is called Happy Chef and often just involves juggling knives and that kind of thing. So it was quite fun to sort of take that idea and really expand upon it to make a whole show out of it rather than just a single act using one idea.
Yeah, Happy Chefs is like its own little genre of circus that already exists, but a few things to pull out of that.
Yes, I have been to circus school since I was about 8 years old, so that'll be coming on about 15 years now. And then I went to Circus University briefly and got a Certificate 3 in Circus Arts. Matt went there as well, went to the same university but got his bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
Right,
Got
Matt?
a Bachelor of Circus, and I also did a Bachelor of Music back in the US for a little while. I've been performing about 15 years, more or less.
I was a gymnast when I was a kid, and then I had a big break in between doing gymnastics, and then I started to get interested in hula hooping and juggling, and then I just kept learning more and more. I didn't go to circus school, but I've learnt from lots of different people all over Australia. And I've been performing as well for about 15 years. So there's lots of different ways that you can get into performing as a circus performer.
I didn't even start circus until I was 23. I mean, I juggled all my life and I was doing music, but then I didn't do splits until age 23, and it took me 3 years to get into the floor.
Yeah, I was quite the same. I did gymnastics and had a big break, and I worked as a computer programmer. And then while I was doing that, started learning circus and then realised, I can do this also as a career. And so started doing both, and here we go.
Right, well, my specialties, my main one is Washington trapeze, which is like a regular swinging trapeze, but I balance on my head on it. And then in this show, I play ukulele while doing that. So that's what I do.
I do a bit of acro. People stand on me and do handstands and things. I also do lots of juggling. And I walk on the slack wire, the slack rope. And I also spin a rope with 2 weights. It's called a meteor. So there's a lot of circus skills under the belt. But the most dangerous thing, in fact, I juggle fire in the show, and these guys have juggled fire for years, but this is my first time doing it, and I literally just learned it last week.
And he's nailed it every time.
I've practiced quite a lot, but I've never actually done fire before.
So my specialties are hula hoops and also tissue, which is the fabric that hangs down from the roof. So I get to climb up that and roll up and roll down and do big drops and that kind of thing. That one takes quite a lot of practice to make sure that I'm nice and safe, but I really enjoy it. It's quite hard work. I also really love juggling with these guys. So pass juggling is what it's called when you juggle with more than one person, and it's probably one of the funnest things you can do in circus because you just, when you're practicing, you get to have so much fun with your friends, and I really love pass juggling.
Yeah.
You balance on your head and play ukulele.
I do balance on my head and play ukulele. I don't know if anything, like I've done some weird things, but I don't think anything has topped that.
I've once done a gig dressed as a pancake.
What?
Yeah.
Pancake.
And another gig, oh no, this wasn't a gig, but I did a video where I had an ice cream and I literally actually just scooped balls of ice cream with my hand and was juggling them as it melted and like, got in the grass and the dirt, and then I'd have to re-juggle it and try and put it in my mouth. Oh yeah, that was fun.
You've also done trapeze in like flippers
Oh,
and
yeah.
a snorkel.
Flippers on a snorkel and then swimming. Oh, that was fun. Flippers was so funny because flippers
Yeah.
are hilarious.
And they look so good on trapeze.
Yeah, it's so unusual. So learning circus skills is so much fun, and I think the thing that's great about it as well is even if you're not sure that you might want to do a performance, you can still go and do circus classes. It's still really fun. It's really great exercise, and you learn all kinds of things, and you learn all kinds of things that apply to other sports as well. So it's really good for your coordination, getting nice big muscles so you're nice and strong.
Teamwork skills.
Teamwork, it's fantastic. But if you are interested in going to do a circus class, no matter how old you are, the best place you can do is have a look on the internet and look for a youth circus for the kids, or look for some circus classes for the adult. And if you search that up, actually, in most places you'll find there are circus schools for kids and circus schools for adults, or aerial schools for kids and aerial schools for adults.
And yeah, if there's not even a center or a space near you, there's always a bit of YouTube videos. If you
So much.
you can find some beginner juggling or beginner circus
Yeah.
of some sorts, as long as you're doing it safely. If you boil it down, really, anyone who's a circus artist, they just love to learn. So
Yes,
you
so much.
never stop learning.
If I could give any piece of advice, be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a
Like-
competition.
Like, it's not hard to get hired for a circus gig if you just be nice to people.
Yeah.
And like, the people hiring you to do the show will always take someone who's fun to work with over the most skilled person ever.
Definitely. Yep.
If you'd like more information about our upcoming shows, check us out at highwire.com.au.